Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and today I am going to be working on these two molds here. And I want to work with a little bit of epoxy resin, and then after the epoxy cures up, I then want to use some UV resin to kind of decorate them. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. So let's start off with this one here. And what I have 4 ounces of resin here, just over 2 ounces of resin there. And I'm going to pull out some glitter. I got this spoon and this spoon. And I want to put some of my iridescent glitter in there. So I am going to move this out of the way. I'm going to put about 2 good scoops of glitter in there like that. Yeah, let's go a little more. Ain't gonna hurt it. And I'm going to get let me get another stick. I'm gonna mix that up like so. Very, very pretty. Just really like this glitter. Not gonna worry about any glue or anything like that. I mean, that is just full of glitter. So what I want to do, let me close this up for make a big mess. I don't want to fill these molds up completely, but what I do want, get you guys in frame, is I want to take some and pour it in the snowman. Don't want to fill them up completely. We're going to go in this one, and this one, and this one. And just start spreading it out. I apologize in advance for my air purifier. I have 2 of them now going in my craft room. It makes a really big difference. These air purifier, well, I had the one going for a while, and then I turned on the one that I did for resiners, and my husband doesn't come into my craft room often, but when he did, let me get a little dotting tool. But when he did, he always said that you can smell. He's real sensitive to certain smells, and he could smell like the chemicals. He said, I always smelled chemically in here. And then recently he came in and was telling me that it actually, he can't smell the chemicals. It actually smells really clean and fresh in here, which was really nice to hear him say. So I got that done. Let me wipe this off. And we're gonna move this to the side for right now. And I'm gonna bring this one in. We're gonna work on them this way. Well, no. I'm gonna work on it this way. This one anyway. Can you mind frame? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to pour that in there. I'm going to come in with different glitter and with the UV resin once this cures. And I want to, dress these up a little bit. I'm going to try to anyway. Let me get my dotting tool again. And make these look nice and then top them with epoxy. Because I don't know if you guys are aware, but epoxy resin and UV resin, they really don't play well together. You would think they would, but epoxy, UV resin will peel right off of epoxy. So there is that. My workspace is not that big. I don't know if you can tell or not. We're going to do this one here. Do I have frame still? Hip sew. I'll try and gussy this one up too. Like I said, I don't want to fill them up too much. And this one is stained red. This candy cane one is stained red, but it doesn't mean that the mold is damaged. It's just stained. I'm gonna add a little bit more to that one. Put my head in, just getting in their frame. That is good. Okay, so that's good. Okay, we're going to do the Christmas tree now, and I'm going to put some resin in there. We'll try that much. Get some green glitter. Start off with that. Very pretty. I'm probably going to want a little bit more green than that. So I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to spread that out. Let me clean this off. I'm going to turn these sideways again. We'll work upside down this way. There, because I want to work with these three now. And let me get a cup. No, I don't need to. Okay, got me another little cup. We're going to do a little bit at a time. And I'm going to break out my brown glitter. And I'm going to, let me just get the lid off. Try not to get the brown or any other colors in there. This is a mixture of chunky and fine glitters. We will put some in here, some in here, some in here. That is such a pretty brown. Never used it before. Very pretty. Okay. Get my dotting tool out and start spreading it. I'm going to add a little bit of resin to that. Just a little bit of clear. I'll mix it up in the mold. I'll probably end up doing the rest of these off camera, and I will be back when these are cured and we're going to the next part of the process. Okay, I am back. I had practiced on these here, and this is done with UV resin. I apologize in advance for my granddaughters. They are home from school, so you probably hear them in the background. But I did the blue glitter UV resin, the silver. I kept the tail white. All I did on this one was I have some of these. They're called Art Pebbles, Sugar Art Pebbles by Prima. They just look like that. They're real pretty. Different sizes. I've had these for years. Thought I'd put them to use today, and that's what I did the eyes on, and the gumdrop balls and the eye on the deer. And I just did use some red glitter, gold glitter. Same with the red glitter, white glitter, the little gumdrop. And I just used some silver, made some silver stars. Okay, these ones here I haven't touched yet. I'm going to put these ones off to the side until I'm ready for the to fill them up with epoxy. I do have my double-sided UV light. I'm going to just use the top half and set it down like that when I'm ready to cure. I have my UV torch. I have a dotting tool with the silicone tip, my mixing paddle. The resin I am using some high viscosity UV resin, just a little bit of that. I am using my Bond Crafter UV resin, the hard type, for the color. All that. And I may use some white UV resin. We shall see. Let's start with the easiest one. I think should be the easiest one is the tree. This is completely cured. It's been curing for over 24 hours, so it's ready to go. I am going to get some high viscosity, and I'm just using just a very little bit of the high viscosity. And that is like for the tree, I want to take some high viscosity UV resin, and I'm just going to put a little line down, basically building a little well. Not deep at all. I'm going to take this UV torch, and I'm going to cure this for, I don't know, about 30 seconds with this torch. And I'll probably be time-lapsing a lot of this, but explaining it as I go along. I have a baby wipe with some isopropyl alcohol on it. I just set it in front of me on the desk to clean my tools off. And I'm going to, with UV resin, you want to make sure that the UV light can pass through it. So if you're going to use like real opaque colors, like this is a real thick opaque gold that I'm using, I'm not going to just like plunk down a big thick clump of it down in there. I want the light to pass through. So I'm just going to lay in just a little bit. I'm going to use that line of the high viscosity just to keep this from flowing down where I don't want it. if you want it real opaque where you can't see like the green coming through, you might want to do that in layers and not try to cure it all in one go, because it won't cure underneath and you could end up with a gloopy mess. And I don't know about you, but I don't want a gloopy mess. So I'm just going to try and cover what I can of the green. About like that. I'm going to get my head in there and take a peek. That looks good. I'm going to move my gold UV resin out of the way, clean off my tool. I'm going to take my light and I'm just going to cure this for about 30 seconds under the bigger light. Okay, now I have some red left over from the gingerbread, and I just added a little bit more resin in there. And I have some silver and the gold. I have some blue that I added a little bit more resin to. I'm going to get a little bit more resin. I'm going to put that in there like so. Don't need much. And I'm going to get a little bit of this raspberry color. Don't need a lot. I'm going to use my little paddle and mix it up. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I'm going to clean off my paddle, get my dotting tool, and I'm going to make little, just simple ornaments, little dots of color, if you will. And then I'm going to wipe off my tool, get my little torch out, and just do a quick cure so that they don't keep spreading out this way. I want to stop it in its tracks. That's all I need for now. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. Now I'm going to get the silver out. Do the same thing. Again, get my little torch out. Just stop these from spreading outwards. I have my little Gabby in there laughing. She's so cute. Okay, I'm going to move this one over here to my right, my other table, so it's out of the way. I think I'm going to come in with some blue. This is a little chunkier, kind of harder to pick up, but we can manage. I might stop this automatically. So I'm going to drop a blue one and then hit it with the light. Move that over and let's work with some red. Because these colors are a little bit closer, I'm going to do the same thing. Drop the red and add some light. Because it will spread. And I don't want the colors touching. I'm not going to add any gold to it because I have the gold on this as the star. It's red one here. Light. I think that's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my light over the top and I'm going to cure it for 2 minutes and I will be back. Okay, I'm going to do the high viscosity. I don't know how well I'm going to do on this, but I'm going to draw a line here and a line here Okay, so it's a high viscosity. I'm going to cure that with my lamp for about 30 seconds. Be right back. So I got some red UV resin here, and I'm going to put some down in this portion of the candy cane. I can see where my little line is, my high viscosity line. So we're going to go there. And then I'm going to go here. These are a lot of fun to do this. You just have to carve out some time for yourself to do these like this. I've been looking at these and I've been wanting to do this for the longest time like this. So I thought, well, today is the day. Thought this would be fun. And you can, with these molds, you can go, they are clear enough to where you can use UV resin. The only downside with filling these completely with UV resin is it would be a lot of UV resin, and you would have to do it in stages. You just couldn't just fill it, with UV resin. You'd have to do it in layers, and it would get expensive. So that's why I put a base coat of epoxy, and then I'm going to come in with a top coat of epoxy to seal this in, because the UV resin, after it's completely cured, will just peel right off. Don't know how that looks, but it's good enough. If I wanted to, I could go in with another layer. So let me cure that for 2 minutes, and we'll come back and see how that looks. Okay, what I did was I took some more red glitter, and we're going to now put in another layer. But I did put more red glitter in the UV resin. So I wanted it to be a little darker than that. But you do want to make sure that the light can penetrate all the way through. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's really important. Okay, I'm going to cure this for a full 2 minutes, and I will be right back. Okay, those are looking really cute. Let's work on this one here. I want to get my high viscosity UV resin, and I want to come like this here, and like this here. Okay, I'm gonna let that cure for 30 seconds in my light, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is the raspberry colored glitter, and I'm going to clean off my tool and get my dotting tool out, and we're going to just pour some in the center and keep it between those two lines. Doesn't have to be thick, but I do want it to go from edge to edge. Okay, I'm gonna let this one cure for 2 minutes. Okay, I got some resin here, and I'm going to take some black glitter. I'll take it off to the side so I don't get it in everything. Pour some in there. Here's the black glitter with UV resin. One thing about this black glitter, I just remembered it doesn't show up in resin. For some reason the sparkle goes, so it will. Oh, so let me get my high viscosity line down so it doesn't go over. I'll do one there. I'll do one here. And I'm going to do one here. And I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, I went with a different black glitter. It's got more of a sparkle to it. I want this to sparkle. If I wanted it not to, I would just use a dye. So I'm going to spread it out. Now, you have to be careful. Again, you want the light to be able to get through. So I'm going to spread this out as much as I can. Like so. Want some behind that little hanger thing. And then I'm going to get my long neck lighter and pop those bubbles that I see in there. Like so. Okay, that is not going anywhere. Let me just hit this with my torch just to keep it from moving. That's good for right now. Now I'm going to attempt to do little eyes. I have a feeling I'm going to regret this. That is what I'm going with. Okay. I'm going to cure this now for 2 minutes. Okay, we are going to work on this stocking. I'm going to do that in the blue. So let me just get that mixed up. And I'm going to start laying that in. I'm going to spread it out with my dotting tool. Okay. I'm going to let that cure for 2 minutes. Okay, and this one I'm going to do in the red. So I'm going to pour some red in there. I'm going to let this cure for 2 minutes. I'm going to mix up some epoxy and I'll be right back. Okay, I have 4 ounces of resin poured and mixed. I did not run through my vacuum chamber and I did not heat up part A. I am just going to start filling up these little cab molds. Don't want to overfill them. I will come back to them. I'll probably speed this along, and then once I get these filled, I will let them cure. I'll probably turn my heat mat on. Okay, these are cured. And let's get these out. I'm going to start with, let's start with the snowman. Isn't that cute? Let me get some paper. Right there. Oh, that is so cute. And I like how the glitter and that black really shows up. So cute. Okay, we got the snowman. Oh, that candy looks cute. I like it this way. So cute. Let me see. Let's go in black. Isn't that cute? I really like that. You obviously could do it either way. This one you see the iridescent glitter on this side. That side you just see the raspberry colored glitter. Okay, let's see the candy cane. Again, that is so cute. That's what it looks like on the iridescent side. Or you can go on. I really like that. Okay, let's do the Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? Of course, you have that side. And that. Let's see what it looks like on the white. So cute. I really like that. Okay. The stocking. Of course, you have the iridescent side. You have this side. I like this side. I love that blue glitter. Okay. The glove. So cute. That turned out so nice. Okay. The stars, just the holographic silver, which is so pretty. I just love that glitter. I'll show you what it looks like in the bottle. It's this one here. And I'll show you the difference between the silver glitter and the holographic glitter. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell the difference. I believe my husband got the holographic glitter from Temu for me. I put it in that bottle. And then this is the gold. Very, very pretty. Let's see what the gold looks like on the black. Very nice. I really like that. All right. Let's go over to these. There is this one. That is a real pretty glitter. Little stars that I put on there. One of the gingerbread. Really cute. Really, really cute. Let's see. On black. Oh, yeah. So sweet. Let's get this one out. I really like it. Let's see the white. Isn't that cute? Okay. Let's get the reindeer. There's the reindeer. Too sweet. And this one here. That's the little rocking horse. Move this out of the way. Nice, sweet. Too cute. Let's see on the way. So, so cute. Love that blue. I have two different cords. I got the twine and my silver cord that I like to use. And I'm going to use the silver cord on some of it. And I'll do one silver cord and one the twine. Again, I'm going to use my, let me see if I can, it's the dental floss threader. I think that's what it's called. And again, just loop it through like so. Now you got this part of the threader. You just put it through the hole, pull it. Now you got that side. And then I'm gonna tie a knot. Get my, and I'm gonna tie it in the second knot just to make sure that this knot doesn't come undone. Okay, I'm gonna trim that off. Right, there's that one. There's that one. Now let's do the twine. Yeah, we'll do that one. Same thing with the twine. I'm gonna cut it. I'm going to loop that through like that. Hold it. I'm gonna feed that through. Pull it. Just makes it so much easier than fighting it or even it up. I'm gonna tie a knot. Now do the rest of these off camera. That's good. I don't think I have to tie another one. Trim that off. And there's the gold one with that one. So there are my cute little ornaments. Let me know which one you think. Let me know which one is your favorite. I think they're all so, so cute. If I had to pick a favorite, it would be this one here. Let me know what your favorite one is. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And to my subscribers, I truly appreciate you. Could not do this without you. Y'all have a great day and God bless. Bye.